If you're over 50, there are 3 movement patterns I believe should be part of your workout every single week. Now, before anyone misunderstands me, I'm not saying these are the only exercises you should do. I'm certainly not saying this is your entire workout program. If you enjoy training shoulders, arms, calves, abs, or any other muscle group, keep doing it. That's what I do. But what I am saying is this: no matter how you train, never leave these 3 movement patterns out of the equation. I believe these 3 movement patterns deserve a permanent place in almost every workout program. And as a bonus, I'm not going to give you just one exercise for each movement. I'm going to give you 3 excellent joint-friendly options because we're all built differently and we all want to do something a little differently. If one exercise doesn't agree with your knees, shoulders, or back, chances are one of the others will agree. The first movement pattern is the squat. Don't worry, I didn't say you have to put a heavy barbell on your back. That's not what this is about, and you're not going to catch me with a barbell on my back, that's for sure. The squat pattern is one of the most important movements you'll ever perform. Every time you sit down, stand up, get off the couch, get out of a chair, or pick something up from a low shelf, you're relying on these muscle groups. This movement strengthens your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and core all at the same time. Here are my 3 favorite options for this movement. First is the goblet squat. Holding the dumbbell in front of your body helps you stay more upright, and many people find it much more comfortable than traditional back squats. Second is the leg press. Now, some people criticize the leg press, but I think it's an outstanding exercise, especially after 50. It allows you to train your legs hard with less balance required and often less stress on the lower back. Third is the box squat, and I think a lot of people look past this but shouldn't. Sitting back to a box or bench gives you a consistent depth and helps improve control while reducing the fear of losing your balance. You should try that one if you haven't. Pick the one that feels best for your body and work on gradually getting stronger over time. The second movement pattern is the push. This includes any exercise where you're pushing weight away from your body. It strengthens your chest, shoulders, and triceps, and it also helps maintain the kind of upper body strength you'll use for years to come. My first choice is, as many of you know, the incline dumbbell press. I've said many times on this channel that I prefer incline dumbbells over heavy flat barbell bench pressing any day, especially as I'm getting older. This exercise tends to be easier on the shoulders. Each arm works independently, and they're excellent for building strength and muscle. My second choice is the machine chest press. Don't underestimate machines. A quality chest press machine allows you to train safely. Focus on the muscles you're trying to work and progressively increase the resistance over time. The third option is the push-up. Now, you can do this many different ways, feet elevated or hands elevated. So if regular push-ups are too difficult, you can just elevate your hands on a bench or a sturdy platform to build strength. It's still a great exercise that trains multiple muscle groups at once. Then over time, as you get stronger, you can move your feet up maybe. Now let's talk about the third movement pattern, and in my opinion, one of the most overlooked, and that is the pull. Most people spend their day reaching forward, whether it's driving, typing, scrolling on their phones, or sitting at a desk. Most likely somebody right now is leaning forward. Pulling movements help strengthen the muscles that keep your shoulders healthy and your posture strong. These exercises train your upper back, lats, rear delts, and biceps. My favorite option is the chest supported dumbbell row. Because your chest is supported by the bench, your lower back gets a break while you focus on squeezing your upper back muscles. You don't have to go crazy heavy with the weights on this. You want to focus on the tension. My second choice is the seated cable row. This is a smooth, controlled exercise. It's easy on the joints, and it makes it simple to gradually increase the resistance as you get stronger. And finally, the lat pull down. And most of you know, I love lat pull downs, especially reverse grip. This is one of the best ways to develop upper body pulling strength, especially if you're not ready for pull-ups yet or chin-ups. Focus on pulling with control instead of throwing the weight around. I'm not telling you to change your entire workout. I'm simply encouraging you to make sure these 3 movement patterns are always part of your routine. And one more thing, I don't want you to think I'm saying hip hinging isn't important. It absolutely is. Make sure your workouts also include a hinge movement like a dumbbell, Romanian deadlift, hip thrust, or back extensions. Those exercises will strengthen your glutes, hamstrings, and lower back. And they also play a huge role in protecting your spine and maintaining real world strength as you age.